Alright, so we're going to make the beam here, make just a drawing for the beam in this video, and then we'll move on. So I'm going to go over here and go into this right here, Control C, go to New, and then Control V. I'm going to place that in there somewhere right about here. Alright, obviously now I look at that and I know right away that if this is my front view, that is not what I want my front view to be. So I'm going to click on that, 3D rotate, and rotate this down. Oh, hit F8 so I get that on there. So I'm going to rotate that down this way. So I want to make sure that the flat, which is laying on the back there, I want my flat to be straight up and down. So I'll click this and 3D rotate again. What's going on here? 3D rotate, click this part right there, right click, and then I'm going to click the red and make sure that that goes downward. And let's see, I should have, oh, so somehow I messed that up. 3D rotate. Maybe I won't go. Alright, there we go. So I rotated it till I get that in the upward position, which is fine. I actually do want this on the other end because I want that to become a right side view because there's a hole on that end, so that works out perfect. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and click Save. I'm going to save this one as part 2. And this one was the beam. Oops, I'm going to do it all caps. So that's the beam. Alright, so we got a beam in there. Alright, so now when I go to the layout, I'm going to do my base view, bring my base view in, and put that straight in here like this. Right click, enter. Do a view up above that one, do this view right here, and I can do an isometric up there. Looks like I got this weird looking flute up there. Alright, so for our purposes this is going to be fine, and we're going to go ahead and look back at this thing right here, and there's a couple things important to know. It's 0.5 by 8 long. We've got a flat that's 0.2 wide on it right there. We've got this chamfer on both ends of that, and we also have that this thread is on that thing right there, going into the end there. So what I would do is I'll go to annotate, click dimension, and I'm going to change the linear dimension and go from the end here all the way down to the end here. And I'm going to zoom back out, kind of pop that rascal right there. The other thing we'll do is we'll go over here, and I'm going to put on a diameter, and that diameter goes on the outside of this right here, and I'm going to go ahead and drop that down right here. So I've already determined what the diameter is. I've got the length of the part right there. Go up here to this view. I'm going to put a dimension in that tells us that this is a 0.2, and I'm going to double click that, arrow over 1, and then put through. So that's it on that one. I'm also going to do a linear dimension from here to here. Say that's 0.25. So that's kind of, we're good on that one. And then the last thing I would do is probably come down here, and I'm going to do a just a leader on here, and I'm going to do a leader to this part right here. You know what else I could do? We could do, actually I want to do it on this one, because I'm going to do a radius, and I'm going to overwrite it and put that right there. So I've got this radius dimension right there. Double click on that one, and I'm going to go ahead and delete that so I can override it and put UNC-2. This is actually 2B. Now that I realize that, I did that incorrect before. And we'll go 0.40 deep. Alright, so we'll have to do that. So that's that drawing, and it's complete. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to go back over here to this drawing, and we have to double click on this one and change this to 2B. And then click OK. So now you fix that one. So you fix both of those drawings. And we'll go back to this one, and we're going to click Save. So that one's saved and done. And that'll be this video, and then the next video will be the 2 other parts. We'll get those done real quick.